Hi everyone, this is Debbie with Plan.Do.Repeat. Welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be creating a Halloween journal, and I went and I collected all the things that I could find that had to do with Halloween. Not all the things. Okay, let me back up a little bit, because this is going to be based on this digital kit that I got, and it's from Studio 28E, and it's adorable. It's like a 50s theme. I just love it. I've been wanting to do one of these for quite a while, and I found this one, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. So this is what I'm going to be doing it for. This is all the ephemera that it came with. I mean, I've been cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting, but I finally did it. And these are all the papers that came with it. I mean, it was quite a bit of papers that came all along with it, and I can't wait to use it. So there's that, and let's see. I have these. They are so cute. Aren't they cute? These are little erasers that I don't know how long ago I got. And I have them in this jar. And I don't know. I was thinking maybe I could poke holes in them and put eye screws in them and hang them for dangles or something. I'm not sure. But I think they're adorable, and I might use them. I don't know. But they're cute. They're not scary, so that'll work. I got this recently at the Dollar Tree, and it's kind of like cheesecloth. This is cheesecloth. The weave for the cheesecloth is loose, like this, okay? But this is way looser. This is out there loose, okay? But I think it'd be wonderful for Halloween. And for all kinds of other things too that have to do with junk journaling. So I got all of this for $1 at Dollar Tree. So if you have a Dollar Tree close by, this is huge. Does it say? Yeah, it's 30 by 72 inches. So it's really long. It's for draping and stuff. So if you're going to use it for crafts, I mean, this will last forever. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to use that. I'm going to possibly use the cheesecloth. I have this yarn that was really pretty. I don't know if I'll use that. This is burlap ribbon. It's pretty orange. I really like that orange. I found this. Isn't that amazing? It's got this pretty jewel in the middle of it, but this looks really wicked, doesn't it? I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but I can cut this off and glue it onto something. I actually pulled out my die maker. What is it called? It's called Spellbinders. It's let me show it to you real quick. This is what it looks like, and I'll put it down real quick. See, it's the Platinum 6 one, and you just roll it on your own. It's not electric or anything. But I found this on sale. At Tuesday morning, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and it was really, really cheap. I think it was like, I don't know, like $6 or something. So, and I haven't used it in a very long time. So today I pulled it out, and I just used some of this craft paper that I had, and this white, it was some kind of this, I don't know, some kind of cardboard. But I just went through with the white and the gray and just made a few things. I don't have very many die cuts, but I'm really glad with the ones that I did get, because they're perfect to use. I've got some kitty cats, some spider webs, some tags. So there we go. And let's see. I pulled out some napkins. These are really pretty. I got these at a Dollar Tree. They're a really big stack of them. all orange and all green, so I got one from each. These are ribbons that I got. Where did I get these from? Dollar Tree, maybe? And these are really cute. I don't know if I'm going to use them or not, but they're pretty ribbons. I don't know where these came from, but they're little green balls, little puff material balls that are soft. Probably the Dollar Tree. This is some red eyelash yarn. I got a couple pictures from, I think these are Tim Holtz. I don't know where I got them. I think I got them at a thrift store in a bundle full of stuff. And I went through and I pulled out some Halloween washi tape. I don't know if I'm going to use it all, but these are the ones that I found. They're so cute. I love Halloween, but I haven't used them in a year, not since last year. All right, and I have some of this material left over from my last project, so I've got that. And then I pulled out some craft paper from my pads of paper that I have on hand, and I pulled out these two. This dark gray, this kind of a light tannish gray, maybe. And then I got these stripes, which I thought were really cute. They don't look scary. And then some script, some words. All right, and then these polka dots. So they don't look scary to me, but that's why I picked them out. So I'm going to be using that. And, all right, are you ready for this? I decided to use a composition notebook to put all of this goodness into. I love using composition notebooks. I've been using them for many years. You can check out my other YouTube videos. I have a few, not a whole bunch. I think I have, I don't know, 3 maybe or 4 that show the different kinds that I've made lately. But I went through, all I've done right now is I've went through and I started gluing, because you got to glue the pages down together if you want to do anything with the pages. And so this is 100 sheets, and so I went through and I glued together, I think 3 or 4 sheets at a time to each other so that they'd be really thick. And I think I ended up with, I'm not sure, between 25 and 30 pages. Okay, so some of the pages ended up, I needed to glue them 2 bunches together because of where the middle signature is, and so that's where it is. See, I did it from the beginning and glued till I got to the middle. Then I turned around and did it from the back and glued. So that's what I did, and I just used this. This is a Scotch Create glue stick. It's wonderful. It doesn't make the pages warp or anything, so looks good. All right, and what else? Is there anything else here? Okay, I pulled out these duct tape. I might use, excuse me, I might use one or the other, or maybe another one on the edge. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to cover the front with yet, so I might not use either one of these, but we'll see. All right, so let's get started. All right, so my first act with this book after gluing it together. Now, a lot of times people like to fill up the insides of the book before they do the front and the back. I like to do the front and the back on my composition books. A lot of other kind of junk journals that I do, like a regular book, like something like this, a hard book. A lot of times I will decorate the front, but I will not decorate the back. I don't know. It's just my preference, and that's how I do it. But for composition notebooks, I usually cover the front and the back. So that's what I'm going to do first. And let's see, what have I got out of these? Well, they're not really, no, they're not big enough. I was thinking, no, okay. Well, I'm going to use, oh, yeah, I already told you about the napkins. Yeah. All right. I think what I'm going to do is use some of this on the front and then the dots on the back. So let me get some of this stuff out of the way. I do not want to get things messed up before I even start. Because I have a tendency to do that. If you've watched me for any length of time, you know that I have a tendency to make a little tiny mess, just a little bit. So, all right, let me put these out of harm's way. There we go. Okay, I feel better now. All right, so I'm so excited about using this kit. It's just beautiful. I love doing 50s things. All right, so I have to make a decision. Do I want the stripes to go up and down from my book like this, up and down, or do I want them to go like this? I think, yeah, I think I'm going to have them going up and down. Yep. All right, so I have used, like I said, I have done these. I have used composition notebooks for many, many years. Oh, by the way, I got this at my grocery store, Kroger. They had them on clearance for like 49 cents, so I went ahead and got a couple of these. But you can get them at the Dollar Tree. You can get them at big box stores like Walmart. Most stores sell these, so you can get them anywhere. If you can find them on clearance, go for it. I love buying them on cheaper than they normally are. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to, this is the binding on the outside of the book. It's got a lip. You see? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to butt the material, the paper, up to the binding like that. Now, I'm going to tell you, I have used a lot of different kinds of glue on these things, all right? These things have a tendency to warp like this, go up and down. They get all wonky, like waves in the ocean. Because this is paper and it's not meant to get wet. So, if you want to use wet glue to do this, by all means do it. I would not recommend it. I'm going to use this. This is double-sided tape. And most of the time, that's what I use this for. And you can also use glue stick on it, and like I said, other people use wet glue, but I don't recommend it. But if you want to do that, you do you. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this down. I'm going to just start it so you can see what it looks like. It's literally just sticking it on like this. And it's so fragile that you can actually tear it. I don't ever use scissors. But I put it on all the edges. And then a couple lines down the middle. And that's it. It's pretty easy. Now, like I said, you do not have to use this. When I see it on sale, I buy it. And like I said, I most of the time just use it for something like this. That's it. I don't use it for anything else, really. There are occasions when I will use it, but mostly it's for this. Okay, so I'm going to do this on the back side, and I'm going to add this paper here, and I'm going to add the dotted paper on the back side. Okay, so I will be right back, and it'll be covered. Alright, so I have this cover on the front and this cover on the back. I went through, this is a, what do you call it? A sanding block. I've had it not for very long, maybe a year or two, and they're real cheap. You can get them at Home Depot, I think, and I just went down the edges like this and evened it out a little bit, and roughed the edges a little bit, but you don't have to do that. And I only did it on the front one, okay, because I really don't care much about the back one. As long as it's got some kind of a paper on it, I'm good to go, because I don't really look at the back at all. Okay, so I'm going to do just a little bit of inking around the front. I don't want to do too much of it. I want it to be a cleaner look, because this is kids stuff. Well, you would think it would be dirty, huh? If it was kids stuff. Okay, maybe I should rethink that, huh? So I like to do the corners more so than the edges. Just gives it that little patina. All right, so and that was the vintage photo that I used. All right, so remember the cloth that I got at the Dollar Tree, the really spread out, not really cheesecloth because it's real spread out. I just cut a piece of it, and I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and glue that here, because this is what I'm thinking. I took one of these from the Ephemera that came with the kit, and I want to put that here. This was from the Ephemera as well. This is one of the tags that I made with my die cut, and I'm thinking about putting that here. I made these little teeny tiny kitty cats out of the white, and I'm gonna maybe put them on here so it plays off the white of the Happy Halloween. And I made this spider web, and I'm thinking about putting that like right here, so the gray plays off the gray, and there's a little bit on the background too. What do you think? I like it. I think it's very, very classic, not too busy, and I think it's perfect. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ink this up a little bit. It's just a little too white, if you know what I mean. When we journal, we do everything grungy, just about. When I say clean look, this is about as clean as I get. I think what I'm going to do is just put it down the middle. There we go. Alright, just took the edge off the white. Now I'm going to leave the kitties pristine. I like the starkness of it, but I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of this on the tag itself. You're not going to really see too much of it because the tag is not that light. You know what I'm saying? If it was a lighter color like the white, you would see it more. But that's okay. This is what I wanted. Okay, so that goes there. And I'm not going to do it to that. Okay. So let me first glue this on. And I'm just going to use the glue stick, the Scotch Create glue stick. And I'm just going to put it like this. Because it's hard to put down something like this. There we go. And if it's kind of hanging out on the edges, I'm okay with that too, because we like floppy in junk journaling. And I think for this to go on here, I'm going to have to use the... you okay? I just bumped you. I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac because this is material and it won't, it has a hard time sticking. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah. This is so much fun. I really love doing this. I'm so glad you can hang out with me. I'm going to leave this relatively straight. And I can stick the kitties on with the glue stick because it's just paper to paper. Uh-oh, I just got that all dirty, didn't I? Uh-oh. I don't know if that's going to stay. Well, that's not going to... Okay. That's not going to work. Alright, well, my fingers are all achy, and I just messed up my kitty. Ooh, maybe I can do it this way. Maybe I can save it. Let's see. Woohoo! I don't know if that one's going to stay there or not. I guess so, isn't it? Okay. Alright, so next we've got the Happy Halloween, and I'm going to do that kind of cattywampus. Because it's just too perfect if it goes level, in my opinion. We don't want it to look perfect. We want it to look well loved and made by hand. So there we go. Oh, I like how it's looking. Isn't that pretty? Can you see? I love it. Okay. Now, I'm going to stick this on first. And I can use the glue stick. It's just paper on paper. And I'm not going to ink this up. It's got a black border. And you would not see the brown. I guess I could ink it with black, but it's already got a black border. So I am not going to do any kind of inking. There we go. Okay. Let me rub this out. I love how sometimes when some of the glue gets on the front and when I rub it, some of the material gets on the glue and makes a stain. Look, isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. Okay, so then I am going to put this right here. Ooh, I love that. Isn't that cool? Okay, so I am going to use the glue sticks because it's just paper on paper. And I'm just going to do this. Okay, I'm afraid to move it. Okay, so we're going to leave that there. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And you know what I was thinking about it? And these are the two tapes that I was thinking about putting on the edge. But I think I'm just going to leave this black right here because I think it just plays off of the other black. And I think it's perfect. So I'm going to leave it just like it is. So there we go. That's the front. I love how this turned out. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, and then this is the back. Ta-da. Oop, I just hit you again. Okay, and this is the back. I just left it plain. So I need to let this dry because it's going to be a mess if it doesn't dry right. Okay. So I think I'm going to come back after it's dry and then do a couple more pages. So stay tuned. Okay, so I got the front dry and I started just adding some of this green napkin. I just tore the napkin up into pieces and I'm gluing it down with some watered down Elmer's glue. That's it, just watered down Elmer's glue. And remember what I told you about not using wet glue, PVA? Well, I meant it. But sometimes you have to do something that you're not really thrilled with. And I really wanted to use these napkins on here. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just putting down just a little bit of glue. And that's it. I mean, I'm just taking little pieces of it and I'm swishing it down on here. And it really is Elmer's glue. This is what I poured it from, Elmer's Glue All, just regular glue. That's what I like to use that kind of glue for most of the time now. And you notice already that the page is already buckling. So I'm really trying to do this quickly, but I wanted to stop and show you that, you know, I do break the rules, my own rules, and it's okay. You know what? There are no rules when it comes to junk journaling, and that was the one thing that I wanted to show you while I do this, because there are no rules. You can do whatever you want. This is yours. This is your creation. It's so much fun because of that. This is how you want to express yourself, not because somebody else said to do it. This is how you want to do it. This is your stuff, your rules, your fun. So go out and do whatever somebody said not to do. If that's what you want to do, go for it. I mean, this is your creation. You know what I'm saying? That's just the point I was trying to make. I realized when I said, you know, that you shouldn't do this, that I thought, you know what? I'm going to do something that I told you not to do, because there are no rules when it comes to junk journaling. None whatsoever. None, none, none. All right, so I was just doing the edges because I'm going to stick one of these beautiful papers from the kit onto the middle of this. and I wanted to have something around the edge. Okay, let's see. There we go. And I think what I'm going to do is add this one to the middle. I think the green would look so pretty. So that's what I'm doing. And I think I'm going to leave some edges clear. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this. So I'll see you in a few. I'm not going to make you listen to the dryer. Okay, so it's mostly dry. Let me get everything out of the way here. All right, so it's mostly dry. There's still a little bit that's not, but that's okay. And I wanted to leave a little bit of the white open because I'm going to ink the edges, but I gotta wait until they're dry. So that's gonna take a little bit. But I wanted to go ahead and put this on here. I think that's going to look lovely. I think, now I'm going to add a little bit more right here and here and here. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the background down. I think it looks adorable. And I put some ink on the edges, just a little bit. Give it some texture, and a little bit of ink around the edges here too. So I think this came out really pretty. This is the front, and this page, I think, since this is the 50s, I was thinking about putting like just this is a what do you call it, a pattern. And when I think of the 50s, I think of people that sew. I don't know why. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and just glue it so it's just something on the base so that you don't see the white. So that's all I'm doing. And I am just coming up with so many different ideas. I'm so excited. Don't you? I don't know about you, but I mean, when I like arting and I love coming here in my studio and just being able to play and just forget about time, and I literally forget what time it is and I lose myself when I'm doing this. So it's so much fun for me. So much fun. I think of all this extra stuff that I can do and I go, oh, let me do this. I'll do this. It's just so much fun. I just love it. Okay. Let me just get a little bit on the edges here that got missed. I mean, you probably won't even see it, you know, the pattern, but I'll know it's here. You know what I mean? And I like putting stuff on the background and doing something different. There we go. This is so much fun. I have all these patterns that I got, I think it was a Goodwill. Yeah, Goodwill. They were for like, I don't know, they were like a dime. So I just grabbed like 4 or 5 of them. I'll just rip these off. There we go. I kind of like the edge being rough like that, don't you? This is cool. Okay. All right. Now it's stuck to my fingers. And I've been inking. Can you tell? Oh my goodness. All right. So I got this creative surge of energy, so I just decided to go with it. So this is here, all right, and then I decided that the next pages to do on this would be this one. It was attached like this, or like this, I don't remember. But yeah, it was probably like this. Anyway, doesn't matter, does it? Anyway, I separated them, and I tore them. I tore the edges. Oops. See? Just tore the edges off, and then I inked them with some black soot. Tim Holtz. And then I went back behind it and I put some walnut stain on top of it so it wouldn't be too stark with the black. And I love how it had these spikes, how it turns out, I don't know why, but it ended up having all these spikes, and I went, oh, isn't that cool? I think it looks really, I don't know, dangerous. Anyway, remember what I put on the back was this orange with the dots? Well, I didn't want to just waste the paper, so I cut it into lengths and then rounded the edges with my rounder. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then I inked them with the black soot. So this is black soot. It looks like it's brown, but it's not. It's, I think, because of the orange. But I was thinking that since I had these, that I could maybe put them like underneath, just like so. Not the whole page, but just like this, maybe. I don't know. Just so that these are at different levels, you know. This one's higher, this one's lower. I like that. I like it a lot. Maybe the skinnier, thin one could be right here. I don't know. This one's a skinny, thin one too. How about that? Yeah. Or maybe on top of it? No. I like that. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to have to use Fabri-Tac. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down and then come back. Okay? I'm trying not to make this too long. Okay, so this is how it ended up. I love how it ended up. At the end, I'm going to be adding, you know, pockets and belly bands and tucks and all that kind of stuff. But right now, I'm just trying to set down the basics and the layers of each page. So far, let's see. I want to show you the front, the first page, and then this page. All right. Now, this is what I did so far. On the next page, I just took some hickory smoke Tim Holtz. Why do I always call him Jim Holtz when I'm on the radio? I mean, on the YouTube. Oh boy, this is fun. Okay, so I am right in the zone. That's what I'm doing. So what I did was I took some of the construction paper that I showed you at the beginning, and I cut it with my my, what do you call these? Shears. So I cut a whole bunch of that down like this, see? And then I inked it, all right? And then I think I'm going to put it along the edges like this. Don't you think that looks cute? And I did some extra because I figured, you know, since I'm already getting ink everywhere on my hands, that I would do some extra. And then that way I can have them for like belly bands or something later. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to glue these onto this page right here. And I'm just going to use my glue stick because it's just paper on paper. So that's what I'm using this for. And how far is it? Okay, I need to snip this right here. Okay, all right, that's pretty, isn't it? I like that. I like the starkness next to this. Isn't it cool? All right, is this long enough for this page? No, but I could probably add to it. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'll go ahead and glue this. I hope y'all could see what I'm doing at the bottom of this page. I'll move it up. All right, so there we go. And I'm gluing. Okay. And then, let's see, this is the side that I inked. My fingers are so full of glue right now that everything's sticking to them. That's when you know you're in the zone. You know what I'm saying? It's just awesome. I am having so much fun. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is fun. For me anyway. I hope you're enjoying it. Okay. Let me get this and bend it down a little bit. Uh-oh. I messed with it. The glue came up. Alright, well, I'll have to go back and just re-glue everything if I need to. But, alright, so here we go. Maybe I can just glue on the edge there. Because it's literally sticking to my fingers. Yeah, that's working. Yay. Alright, so here's another one that I oh, let's see. They're not the same width. There we go. Okay. Rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. Okay, so let's see. Will this make it? This will make it. Oh, this is the one that I didn't have on both sides. That's cool. I like that. Okay. That's okay. I'm going to put something down the middle anyway, so there we go. All right. This is so cool. This is not going to stick. Okay, so I'm going to... Oh, well, it is sticking. Part of it. We'll go from there. Okay, so, oh, I love this. Isn't this cool? This, juxtaposition, I forget the word, but where you go from this to this, it just looks so cool. I like this. Juxtaposition or something like that. Yes, that's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so that page is good to go. All right, so I think I'm gonna stop with that because I do not want you to be sitting here for an hour watching this for this time, okay? So it's going to be chunky, I can tell already, but you know what? That's cool. I like that. So let's see what we did so far. This is the front, and I love how it's coming together. I'll probably do some more to it, But that's what it is right now. I like to just set down the basics and then go back and put extras. All right, and then here we go with the second page. I love how the layering of the green napkin came out. Isn't that cool? Let me show you that. Okay. And like I said, later I'm going to add all the other extra stuff. All right, and then this is the next page. This had the layer, the bottom layer of the pattern. And then I put this paper underneath here, and then these. I think they're gorgeous. So cool. I'm loving this. And then this is just awesome. I can't wait to put other stuff on here, but I have to do it layer by layer. I know. So there we go. And then this was the back page. Okay. All right. Well, I'm really, really, really happy with how it turned out so far. What do you think? Leave a comment below and tell me what you think. I think that this is going to be a really cool looking book, junk journal, by the time it's done. So thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.